Hi and Assalamualaikum. In this video, I want to talk about or present about natural and synthetic rubber. Ta-da! But before we start, please let me introduce myself for you guys. As you can see, that is the picture of me, and my name is Nur Natasha Irwayu. I'm from Group 5 of Chemistry 131, UITM Cawangan Sabak, Campus Kota Kinabalu. The contents of the topic today is natural rubber. I will explain about number 1, what is natural rubber? Number 2, its characteristics. Number 3, coagulation process. And for synthetic rubber, I will explain about number 1, what is synthetic rubber? Number 2, its characteristics. And number 3, its functions. Let's go! I want you to know a little bit about rubber history. The scientific name for the rubber tree is Hevea brasiliensis. It was brought to Malaysia in 1877 and has continued to be developed as an important commodity in our country until the present day, means until today. Now, let's start with the natural rubber. As you can see here, this is the latex that obtained from the rubber trees when the tree bark is tapped. Have you ever think why the form of latex is in liquid? Because the protein membrane of rubber particles is negatively charged on the outer surface. But don't you think all of the liquids are solution? No, latex is a colloid, and the fresh latex that came off from the rubber tree is natural polymer known as polyisoprene. Here it comes for the characteristics. Number 1, it's soft. Soft white solid at room temperature. Number 2, elastic. Natural rubber can be stretched and can return to its original shape when released. Number 3, low heat resistance. At high temperature, natural rubber will become soft and sticky. Number 4, electrical insulator. Natural rubber cannot conduct electricity and is a good electrical insulator. Number 5, easily oxidized. Oxygen in the air can react with the double bond between carbons and cause natural rubber to be oxidized. And number 6, reactive to chemicals. Reacts easily with acids, alkalis, and organic solvents. And plus, waterproof. Natural rubber is water impermeable. This is the examples of products from natural rubber. As you can see there is a boot, shoe soles, gloves, rubber band, and tires. Now, the coagulation of latex. As we know, the latex is in the form of liquid, and the coagulate process can be collected after it was tapped. The coagulation should be done quickly as it exposed to the air for hours. When it's done, coagulate and it will be turned solid. I bet you want to know the details of coagulation process of latex, right? Okay, number 1, the negatively charged protein membrane causes rubber particles to repel each other. That's why the latex is in the form of liquid. Number 2, the ion hydrogen from acid neutralize the negatively charged protein membrane. Number 3, rubber particles collide with one another that causes the protein membrane to break. Number 4, rubber polymers combine with one another that causes latex to coagulate. This is the reason why coagulation process can happen in the latex. This is because the acid in the latex can coagulate the latex by neutralizing the negatively charged protein membrane. Can also happen by adding weak acid or just exposed to the air. Bacteria from the air enter the latex and secrete lactic acid, eventually causes coagulation. If the coagulation in the latex can happen, of course, there's a way that we can prevent the coagulation of latex can happen, right? So, we can add a solution of alkalines such as ammonia. The alkaline solution consists of hydroxide ions that can neutralize the acid product produced by the bacteria. And the protein membrane of rubber particles remains negatively charged, and rubber particles will continue repel when they draw near one another. Before we get to the synthetic rubber, I want to explain a little bit about vulcanization of rubber. This vulcanization of rubber is a process of producing rubber that is more elastic and with better quality through the production of cross links between polymer chains. This vulcanized rubber can make the rubber more elastic, hard, high of strength, resistant to high heat, and more resistant towards oxidation. Subtopic number 2, synthetic rubber. What is synthetic rubber? Synthetic rubber is a synthetic polymer that is elastic in nature or elastomer polymer. It is produced as byproducts of petroleum. Example, neoprene, styrene butadiene rubber, and silicone rubber. And this is the characteristics of synthetic rubber. Number 1, hard. Number 2, elastic. Number 3, resistant to heat. Number 4, resistant to chemicals. Number 5, resistant to oxidation. And number 6, heat insulator. Now, I will explain to you the characteristics of synthetic rubber and its uses. For neoprene, its high heat resistance, oxidation resistance, and flame resistance. Its uses: conveyor belts, petrol rubber hoses, and gloves. Number 2, styrene butadiene rubber. Abrasion resistance and high heat resistance. Its uses: tires and shoe soles. Number 3, silicone rubber. High temperature resistance and inert. Its uses: medical implants, cooking utensils, automotive components, and sealants. Number 4, thiokol. The characteristics is oil and solvent resistance. Its uses: sealants. Lastly is nitrile rubber, oil and solvent resistance, and its uses to make gloves. Of course, there are effects and ways of the use of rubber. Unsustainable use of rubber materials will lead to environmental pollution because it takes a long time to decompose, and tires need to be disposed of in large quantities. Compared to the natural rubber takes a short time to decompose biologically. To avoid this to happen, we can recycle and reuse to reduce rubber material waste. I think that's all for my explanation. That's all from me. Thank you.